Good morning, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. So it's July 27th, 2020. This is day 32 of my trip across the country by bicycle for addiction recovery awareness. Interesting night last night. The tent campers that were down here came right down in front of me and fished. And so we talked for a little bit. So it was a guy and his two granddaughters, and his name was Cookie. And as he was leaving, he was like, "Hey, can you help me put my boat in the water?" I said, "Yeah, sure. What, how heavy is it?" He was like, "It's an aluminum boat, it's light." I said, "No problem." So we went all the way down to the ramp, put the boat in. I came up here, laid down, started to go to sleep. He put the boat right in front of my tent and turned his lantern on. And it just shined into my tent all night long. I finally went to bed about midnight, got up at 5 o'clock this morning. But I rested, which I guess is a good thing. I don't really know how I did, but I did. So today, I'm going up this huge hill first thing in the morning, like from the campground. It's uphill all the way. I want to say like 6 miles. And then it should be a pretty good, easy downhill ride all the way down into the Snake River Valley, where I will enter Idaho. Yeah, I'll even enter the mountain time zone, so I get to travel forward in the future today. Anyway, it's not as great as it sounds. The shower cost $2.25 for 10 minutes, and I still do not have quarters. So,
Negative Ghost Rider, the pattern is full.
Yeah, I am ready to get on the road. I'm going to go ahead and cut this short because I have got to start pedaling right now to beat this sunlight before it gets oppressively hot. It's supposed to get up to 105 degrees today. So, not looking forward to that. But God's with me, so I'll be all right. No trees, no shade, but I'm sure I'll find something. Hey, I know he'll hide me in the cleft of a rock if I have to. So as long as there's not any snakes, man, these snakes out here, kind of scary. But so that's it for now. You guys will see more of the trip right about now. Well, that's a little confusing. Boy, there's nothing like eating a couple 1,000 feet for breakfast. Yikes, that was a big climb. So, as I came up the last hill, you saw that it was a 7% grade for 3 miles. And that's about right. Once you get to the top of that point, you still got a little ways to go and another little hill to climb to get here to this summit at 3,653 feet. But it's not bad at all. So, while I was coming up the hill, I stopped on the side of the road and checked Facebook and was trying to get yesterday's video uploaded. And I had a message from Mike Mathis. Now, Mike Mathis, if you remember from the first journey, I met him in Florida on the Gulf Coast. And he's been just a faithful follower and friend ever since. And he said, "Hey, I've been donating through the IGO website. I was just wanting to make sure everything was okay there." And I said, "Oh my gosh, I haven't even checked that. So if you have donated, I'm sorry that I haven't checked it." So my wife had to set up a separate bank account because it needs to be totally separate for the 501c3 side for taxes. And so she's been getting all that done, and she hasn't actually got them the information yet, so I haven't called and checked. But so I talked with Dr. James Graham at International Gospel Outreach this morning. He said, yeah, you've got donations. He said, they're in savings until, you get us the account number. And I was like, I'm so sorry. So Mike, thank you so much for your donations. Tomorrow I should get an updated list on everybody who's donated, and I'd like to thank everybody on here. I'd also like to go back and thank some of the people that donated in that kind of space where I wasn't having very spotty service. I thanked everybody on Facebook, but I'd like to thank you on here also. And actually I'm going to start doing a credits scene at the end after the footage from the Garmin that'll list the people who've donated on this ride. And yeah, so be looking forward to that. It may not be in today's video. I've got to figure out how to do it all. But when I do, all your names will be posted here. Since you've helped make this ride possible, I feel like you need to be credited. And of course, to God be the glory. But yeah, so I'm here at this summit, and I'm about to go down the hill. Alright, well, I just stopped here and got the jalapeno-roni pizza from Rush Hour Pizza. The lady that runs this place is named Rochelle, and so that's why she calls it Rush Hour Pizza. And it was an amazing pizza. I got the 12-inch pizza for $12, and it was able to take half of it, down the road with me. I sat here for a couple of hours. It's starting to get really, really hot. And there's this nice little pavilion kind of thing with a bench on it. I guess it was an old gas station, and this is where the gas pumps were. But I was able to charge my phone up and get everything, ready to go here. So I'm about to head out into the heat and try to make Idaho by the end of the afternoon. It looks mostly downhill from here to there, so I don't think I have anything to worry about as far as making it, the other 30 miles today. But those first 10 were a doozy. It was beautiful. But, I think I can walk faster than I pedal the bike up that 7% grade. But, it's all good. I am ready to go. I am fueled up. And, yeah, I'm excited about this part of the journey. State number 3. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Well, it is definitely hot. So I pulled off here at Scotty's, which is a gas station right before you get to Oxbow, which is where I'll meet up with the Snake River at. And I was walking out here on the porch looking at these pictures and just realized that in the shade, it is 100 degrees. What is going on? Yeah, it is hot. Don't have much farther to go now, though. As soon as I get up here to the Snake River, which is the next thing you'll be seeing, I've got a nice little ride down the river below the dam. And then I'll come up onto the dam and cross over into Idaho. So I'm excited about that. This is the first time I've thought about the fact that I'm going to be below thousands of feet of water. It hasn't really occurred to me at this point. But looking at Hell's Canyon and realizing that, the reservoir there is holding back just multiple, probably hundreds of millions of gallons of water from being right on the road that I'm going to be on. It's frightening. But thankfully we have good engineers in America who are doing things correctly. So I don't have anything to worry about. It's just another one of those thoughts from the road. But here comes Snake River. Alright, so the reason that the settlers called this Oxbow is because the river goes up and around this little mountain range here and makes like the shape of a yoke that you would put on oxen. And so they called it Oxbow. Now this way right over here, that hill you see in the background, that is the great state of Idaho. So I will be there very soon. It's hot. It is so incredibly quiet. I've seen those seeds all day. Oh man. I can hear my heartbeat. There is nothing. I mean, it's just quiet. A couple birds maybe. But when they're not saying anything, it's majestic. Like, I can't explain the scale of that mountain over there compared to the little tiny road that I'm about to go around and down. This is a beautiful part of the Transamerica Trail for sure. And a just majestic creation by God. Well, for those of you riding the Transamerica Trail, the entire trip from Astoria to right here is worth it just to see this. There isn't a car on the road. The only sound you can hear are birds occasionally. And it's just distant, like magnanimous. The scale of the structure of the mountains in contrast to the river. It's crazy. I am just overtaken by emotion while riding. I can't stop turning my head and looking at more and more and more. It's beautiful. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I know where I'm camping tonight. Golly, those are good. That's incredible. Man, those are better than Mobile blackberries. I don't even know what these are. Maybe they're huckleberries. They're on like big thick vines. If you know what they are, drop a comment, because all I know is that they're tasty. See, I knew this was a bad place to be. No, what's really strange is this is just like Carter's Landing. It's just on the side of the Snake River, middle of nowhere. It's a little fee area. It's got a few campsites. I'm not going to stay here because I have not made it far enough today. I'm only on like 32 miles and I need to make a full 40. Because tomorrow, I doubt that I might make 12. And I got to make some up somewhere. I got to start catching up. But what's really weird about this spot is it has Wi-Fi. Free Wi-Fi. Connected, unsecured through PineTel. I guess that's Pine Telephone Systems. Yeah, like fast Wi-Fi right here in the middle of absolutely nowhere. So, anyway, I got to keep pedaling, but I thought that was just very strange. halfway across this bridge, I'll be in my 3rd state. Oh, this is cool. Got a really big hill to go up to get over this dam, but ain't no hill for a climber, like they say. I better get to pedaling. I also go forward in time an hour. So, time traveling Adam here. Doing it again. Anyway, here I go. Well, that's it for the day. Man, I'm beat. 45.2 miles. And yeah, it was a really good day. A really nice ride. That first 5 this morning really knocked it out of me for the rest of the day, but I pushed through and made it happen. The last 5 miles were rough too, coming up over the dam and here to Woodhead Park. All in all, super awesome day. I got to get the tent set up, and I've got to go to sleep. I am so tired today. If you know anyone who has passed away from addiction or any kind of addiction-related issue, please get me their name somehow. Either put a comment on YouTube or find me on Facebook. Adam Lineberry, Mobile, Alabama. I also have a page called Redeeming Eden. If you know anyone who's addicted, share this with them. Maybe they'll see something that'll get their attention, you know. I know it took a lot to get mine. If you know anybody who's in recovery, share this with them. We're all in it together. And, you know, I need you guys' social and mutual help and comments just as much as you get to watch the videos. You know, it's a two-way street. I appreciate when you guys respond and react with me because it gives me something to do out here. It's lonely out here on this bike. And then don't forget, Redeeming Eden is a nonprofit ministry through International Gospel Outreach. Again, sorry that I haven't seen who's made donations recently. I'm going to be working on that fervently to make sure that everybody gets recognized for, you know, their donations. And I know that you probably don't want that, but it's something that I want to do since you've helped. But yeah, there's a donation link in the description. You can go there, you can donate one time, or you can donate monthly. So with that, from Woodhead Park here in Idaho, I also thought the time zone was going to change, but it hasn't on my phone, and it wasn't changed on the kiosk here. And my phone still thinks I'm in Baker County, Oregon. So I don't know what's going on. But yeah, from here at Woodhead Park in Idaho, I love you guys. Jesus loves you. I'll see you later. Have a good night.